Good day, viewers. I want us to note that if you ask to find the inverse element, if the question says find the inverse element, we cannot get the inverse element without knowing the identity element. So even if the question does not ask you to find the identity element, it is compulsory to find the identity element. Because if you have an element, let's say this is the binary operation, then if this is the inverse of that element, we get the identity element. So it is not possible to find the identity element without the inverse element without the identity element. So if you ask to find the identity element, the first thing that is required is to first find the inverse element. For instance, if you have 2, let's say 3, if the operation is addition, then the additive inverse will be -3 for us to get 0. Under addition, 0 is the identity element. So we cannot get this inverse without knowing this identity. So it is compulsory. We should know that most often time, if you ask a question under binary operation and the question we are required to find the inverse element, the first thing is to first find the identity element. Once we get the identity and it's unique, then we can go ahead and find the inverse element, irrespective of the binary operation, and there's non-empty state under consideration. So please let's take note. There is a synergy relationship between inverse and identity element. Without identity element, inverse element will be unable to find the inverse element. Thank you.